Satish Kumar here. Welcome to this first video on tips, tricks and shortcut keys in Microsoft PowerPoint. Earlier we have seen tips about shortcut keys about Excel. Now we are stepping into PowerPoint. Let us open this file. In this session, what we are going to see is how to align your text, how to work with the outline views. For example, let me open this file. This file, I will share it on the description. You can download it for your practice. So first slide, of course, I have a heading for the slide. I will go to the second slide where we will see how to increase or decrease the list level. For example, assume I am going to type the point number 1. So we have the point number 1. Below the point number 1, assume I want point number 1.1. This should be the sub point of the point 1. Correct? So how can I bring this as a sub point? Suppose assume I have another point also, point number 1.2. These 2 points, I want the sub point of point number 1. So let me select these 2 points, and 2 methods to do this. One is if you are using mouse, you can go to the home tab. Under home tab, above the paragraph group, you can see that increase list level and decrease list level is available. Correct? Or else you can go for the shortcut key Alt Shift right arrow. You can see it becomes the sub point of point number 1. Alt Shift right arrow. Either you can click on increase list level or you can use Alt Shift right arrow. Now once again, suppose I have point number 2. This point number 2, once again I want to come to the first level point, first level. So once again you can go to the home tab and you can decrease the list level. There is an option called as decrease list level. Or once again you can use the shortcut key Alt Shift left arrow. Okay, Alt Shift left arrow is to decrease, Alt Shift right arrow is to increase. Right? With the help of this, let us go to the next slide. For example, font is the heading. Use what are all the things to be used here. So different size point, main point and secondary point. This should be the sub point. These 2 points should be the sub point of my use. Below the use, I want this to be the sub point. You know, Alt Shift right arrow. Similarly, this avoid, these 2 things should be the sub point of this Alt Shift left arrow. Right? Alt Shift right arrow. Alt Shift right arrow. Once again, I go here. Below the bad, I want this do not use this string and this things to be the sub point of bad. Alt Shift right arrow. Similarly, this good 1 point at a time, this should be Alt Shift right arrow. So we have seen how to arrange this main point and sub points. Right? Now for example, assume this next tip is this good should be the first point. It should come before the good. I don't want the bad first and good next. I want the good to be on the top. Okay. So you can use Alt Shift up arrow, which will move upwards. You can see that point is moving upwards. Similarly, Alt Shift down arrow, you can see it will move downwards. So Alt Shift up arrow, where the points will, instead of cutting, copying and pasting, you can use Alt Shift up arrow, Alt Shift down arrow. But can ask me, can we shift only within the slide? For example, let us say, do not use the disastering animation. Maybe this, I will take this. More than 2 points. This should not be the bad of slide structure. This should come under the previous slide. For example, previous slide, avoid. Below this avoid, that point should come here. So I want to move 1 point from one slide to another slide, not within the slide. Within the slide, you can use Alt Shift up arrow, down arrow. Correct? I want to move this to another slide. What we can do is go to the tab called as View. When you go to the tab of View, under the tab of View, you can see this outline view is available. Correct? Go to the View tab. Under the View tab, click on this outline view. So when you click on the outline view, it shows the outline view here. Now, for example, which point you want to move, you can see it shows all your outline points. For example, this more than 2 points, I want this to be at the below the previous slide, below the avoid, I want this. Okay. Same thing, Alt Shift up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. You know, it is moving within the, you can use further Alt Shift up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. Yes. Now you can see it automatically moves to the previous slide. So Alt Shift up arrow and down arrow can be used to move within the slide, between the slide also. Between the slide means you have to go to this outline view. Okay, in this outline view, I have 3 or 4 slides. I'm seeing the outline of it. But I want to see only the first level of it. I don't want the sub level of this. I want to see only the first level points. Alt Shift 1. It shows only the first level point. What are all the first levels points available? Similarly, Alt Shift 9 will increase the level. Okay, it will show all the levels. Now, I want to decrease only one level. For example, if you go to the second slide, font, below this, I want to collapse and expand. With Alt Shift 1 and 9 will collapse and expand the entire all your presentation, but I want only a particular slide. So we can use Alt Shift minus, which will collapse that particular slide. Alt Shift plus, which will increase it, which will expand it. Okay. Now to come back to the normal one, you can go to the same view tab and click on the normal. Okay. So I believe this will help you to rearrange your paragraph, rearrange your slides also. Please do practice. We will meet in our next video.